Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces December 19, 2022. You get a solid sense of what needs to go or improve with money or business matters today. It's a time to get out of a thinking rut and embrace new ideas, methods, and approaches. You can feel renewed as you discard old ways of thinking. Today's Mercury-Uranus stirs creative, progressive thinking. You're in a reasonable frame of mind to see where you can excel by taking a small risk or making a change. Communicating frankly and with transparency can be very rewarding, perhaps taking you down a new path or refreshing your relationships. An exciting and electric day awaits you. As our cosmic messenger, Mercury, reaches out in a trine to flashy Uranus, all sorts of fun and surprises may be around the corner. You may interact with eccentric or stimulating romantic options or hear from someone new if you are single and active online. Dating apps or online matching could be especially fruitful today, bringing forth laughter or spontaneous conversations with new people. Don't be afraid to reach out to someone new. You could be very shocked at how unique and memorable the encounter is for both of you. Are you ready for a breakthrough? If you have lacked inspiration or innovation, it might come through today when Mercury in Capricorn trines Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Since this trine is unexpectedly highlighting your professional and financial security, it could help you evolve in your career path in a surprising way. You might have a new idea as to how you want to invest and handle your money. There might be a change in what you value in your career path as well. Expect the unexpected and be open to what others have to say, since someone may inspire you. With the moon returning for its last visit to your financial sector for the year tomorrow, there is a chance to hold back, knowing that you will soon have a better read on money matters. Until then, there is a chance to unpack a download of information from across the income, work, and career fronts after the moon left your work sector yesterday. Today's planetary alignment impels you to create structure and balance. You work out, you run, you eat right, you invest in holistic products, but what good is it all if you can't have a cuddle on the couch with the living entity of your choice? After all, this is what makes us feel whole and well. Whether it's love or friendship you have in your life at the moment, people or adored pets, don't forget your need for tenderness and intimacy. Sit down and have a good look at your finances today. Its main focus is on your income and expenses. While you may not like to bother with details, it is important to do this once in a while to stay on top of things. If you have a partner or spouse who tends to this most of the time, that's great. But you need to stay in the know as well. Take the time and seize the energy of the day. Review your spending and budget. It is always an advantage when the moon returns for its monthly visit to your relationship sector over the weekend. As well as a chance to become more emotionally engaged, a friendly aspect to Mars is the last while he is in retrograde motion in your communication sector. This is the moon's first visit since last week's full moon in your communication sector, with a chance to give your emotional responses, relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. This comes just a day before the dwarf planet Ceres will return to begin her first deep dive into your romantic needs and priorities in 4 years. That the moon's last visit to your relationship sector for the year should fall over the weekend will hopefully make it easier to make your relationships a priority. While this is always a chance to become more emotionally and intuitively engaged, and a friendly aspect to Mars is even giving the communication lines a boost, with the dwarf planet Ceres returning tomorrow rather than a last look at relationship matters for the year, it is the start of something special. Our eyes in the sky. Our morning rituals could be disrupted, and the Libra moon squares off with Venus this morning. It could become overwhelming if things feel unorganized. Give yourself extra time for tasks throughout the day, because your usual schedule could get thrown for a loop. The connection between Mercury in Capricorn and Uranus retrograde in Taurus can help us unpack our emotions as we navigate the dream world, so pay attention to any strange occurrences that happened while you were traversing the astral realms. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Emotions could feel a little out of your control during the day as well, so give yourself permission to cry if you feel frustrated and need a release. Remember that everyone is experiencing the same unsettled atmosphere, so try to be kind to the people you encounter. A perfect scenario for settling outstanding financial matters is what you desire. Of course, you must be as careful as usual when dealing with money. You have the right instincts for choosing sensible investments, and the advice you receive is far more conclusive than on other occasions. Larger purchases, a car or a house, don't faze you. Today will be unpredictable, to say the least, so expect surprises of both the pleasant and unpleasant variety. Luckily, the messy energy begins to dissipate later. When the Libra moon makes a harmonious aspect to Mars retrograde, intellectual downloads are not uncommon, so be sure to write down any new insights that come to mind. The energy here promotes genius, making it a great evening for artists and writers to engage in their craft. In the morning, the Libra moon squares off with Venus in Capricorn, causing us to crave relationships that look good on paper. Wanting solid partnerships that stand the test of time is natural. But longevity should be just one of the attributes we strive for now. If permanence is our only qualification as to what constitutes a successful relationship, we risk compromising for the wrong reasons. Don't prioritize keeping the peace over saying your piece. Communication is key. Remember that everyone must do their part to help a union thrive, whether that union is romantic, platonic, or familial. Hiding your needs does everyone a disservice. And if you give others what you think they want without asking, you may find your assumptions to be totally off base. It's not what you say but the way that you say it. You're involved in all kinds of talks and must respond appropriately. Even when you feel like speaking the truth or your honest opinion is asked for, choose the words carefully. Conclusions you arrive at are brutally honest and extremely cutting. Avoid acting this way, and conduct conversations diplomatically. Before noon, the moon trines retrograde Mars in Gemini, helping us to assert ourselves intelligently. Under this influence, we recognize how to spin situations in our favor through wordplay or powers of suggestion. People trust our judgment and follow our lead. We can identify clever solutions to problems without rocking the collective boat. Currently, we realize that we don't need to minimize ourselves for others. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself.